Hi, this is Zora Muhammad from Be Fit and Prosper. I am so excited today because our Healthy for Life Masterclass begins today. And today we are going to demonstrate the first menu item on our 30-day meal plan, which is salmon chowder. And our salmon chowder is the best salmon chowder anywhere. So we're going to get started right now. Also, we're going to demonstrate during these next 30 minutes the rest of the meal, which is broccoli and a salad. The salmon chowder is filling, it's delicious, and you won't need to eat anything other than the salmon chowder, the broccoli, and a salad. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is start with 2 cans of salmon. Now, some people like fresh. If you like fresh, by all means use fresh. In addition to the salmon, you're going to need a large onion. You're going to need a green pepper or red pepper. Red pepper makes it look so pretty. But I want you to get used to having what you need in your home. I have green pepper today, so we're using green pepper. We also, if you're doing how to eat to live and you're surviving, you also need celery. I don't like to waste, so I chop up and freeze my celery up front. So celery never goes bad in my house. So we're going to use celery. And then we're going to add, dill weed gives salmon chowder excellent flavor. We're going to use a half a stick of butter and some evaporated milk, salt and pepper to taste. So let's get started making this soup. The first thing you want to do is drain the juice off of the salmon in the can. And you're going to remove excess skin and bones. You don't want bones in your salmon chowder. So you see those bones? We're going to just take the bones right on out. Take out excess skin and take the bones out. Okay, you're going to mash. Once you take the bones and the skin off, you're going to mash this salmon up just like this. Okay, so that's can number 1. Drain it. Take the excess skin off. There are the bones. Take the bones out. You don't want crunch in the salmon chowder. Most of the time, salmon, it will fall where the bone is, you see? There's the bone, you're taking it out. And then you're mashing it up. Now, we need water. So, I'm going to go fill this with water to fill up right above the line of the salmon. This is a very simple meal to make, but it is delicious. Okay, and then we're on. Okay, so what you have added was 32 ounces of water to the 2 cans of salmon, and you've added 1 can of evaporated milk. So we're going to get rid of these. Now, the vegetables. This is 4 stalks, so half of this goes into the salmon because we only need 2 celery stalks. And we also only need 16 ounces of mixed vegetables. So, okay. We're almost done. Now we're going to add a large onion, and a large green pepper. The green pepper is already cleaned and washed. We're going to do the same for the onion. all of that yellow skin. Okay, wash it thoroughly. Now I use a food processor. Some people don't like to, but food processors help you to get things done quickly. And when you're cooking and you're working, you need to be able to do things quickly. So, let me show you why I use a food processor. Okay, there are my onions. Here are my green peppers. One more time. Onion and green pepper in your soup. Now all you do at this point is put it on to boil. Oh, that looks so pretty. Now if you had red pepper, it would look even prettier. But this looks wonderful. So we're going to let it boil. And while it's coming to a boil, we're going to prepare our broccoli. Broccoli. I sing to myself while I'm cooking. Now, these big heavy stalks, we're going to cut those off. Now, if I was making a soup, I would peel them and then chop them up. Because the stalk is good, it's just tough. So when broccoli is your side dish, you don't want it to be tough. So, now, we want the flowerets. So while you're getting your broccoli together, don't forget to put an eye on your salmon chowder every now and then. The only three things that we're going to add other than seasoning is butter. Butter takes the place of oil in salmon chowder and it gives it an excellent flavor. So see that beautiful broccoli spear? So this side of the broccoli was not as tough as the other one, so I can use more of the spear. Okay, we're going to rinse it off. And please clean up as you go. When your meal is done, your kitchen should be clean. Okay, so we got the salmon chowder going, and we washed the broccoli. Now, some people like to steam broccoli, but I like broccoli to be soft. So, I don't steam it, but I cook it in very little water. So, if you can see, it's just enough water to cover the bottom of the pan. It's going to get the broccoli done, and it's still going to be green. So, let's put this on the stove. With a little salt. If you're arranging your cabinet, your kitchen to be efficient, put your spices next to your stove if you have a cabinet next to your stove. That is the most efficient place to put your spices. Okay, broccoli's on. Salmon chowder is on. Now, we're going to make a salad. I like to use the organic mixed greens when I make a salad. So that's what we're using today. And today's salad is just going to have the mixed greens, red onions, olives, and then you can have the dressing of your choice. They say the stuff is pre-washed. I always wash it again. So included, these are red onions, organic red onions from the farmer, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. They are so flavorful. They are excellent in salad. So, when I do my salad, I wash it and squeeze all the water out. They do have bowls that will squeeze the water out for you. I like to just squeeze it out myself. And the mixed salad greens make such a beautiful salad. Now you can add to this in red peppers, yellow peppers, eggs, whatever you want in your salad. Now I'm going to show you a dressing that I found, because in How to Eat to Live it says we do not eat soybean oil or soybeans. So those of you that are going to be vegetarian, keep in mind that you'll have to learn how to do it without including soybean products. So, let me go turn this down a little. I like it to be heated up. And then, there are two salad dressings that I'm aware of that are not made with soybean. One is Mr. Kensington's, and I like ranch. So, Mr. Kensington's has sunflower oil, water, distilled vinegar, garlic, certified humane free-range egg yolks, organic lemon juice. So this is an excellent salad dressing, Mr. Kensington's, and there's one other called Chosen Foods. If you want to stay away from soy but you want to eat salads, you have to either make your own. In a later demonstration, we will be demonstrating an excellent balsamic vinaigrette dressing. But I happen to like ranch, so I'm putting ranch on mine. Now for color to this salad, it's pretty bland to me. So the thing to make this salad pop, color, when you add a variety of colors to your food, you're getting most of the nutrients and vitamins that you need. So the only other thing I'm going to add to this though is an egg. So that's ready, except for the egg. By the time the chowder is ready, the egg will be ready. And I also want to mention in How to Eat to Live, we use stainless steel. We don't use Teflon, non-stick fabrics, because eventually they wear. In fact, I had bought one of those grills, and eventually they wear, and that stuff gets in your food. So we use stainless here at Healthy for Life. Okay. Oh man, this looks so good. Let's go ahead and add a half a stick of butter. Salt and pepper to taste. I use sea salt. My favorite is Celtic sea salt. But now salmon does not require a lot of salt because I used canned. Understand that if you use fresh, you will need more salt than canned. It's canned. When you can seafood, you put it in a brine, which is salt water, before you can it. That's why it has salt already. So you don't want to use a lot of salt when you're doing any kind of seafood that's coming from the can. Now, this looks so good. The only thing that would make it a little better is the red peppers. That will give it a little more color. Add some dill weed. Now, dill weed is salty sometimes, so you don't use a lot of dill weed, just enough. Okay, that's it. So, I don't know what our time looks like, but all I have to do now is let the broccoli get tender and thicken this soup. I'm going to turn up the heat on it and add some thickener, and it's done. We got the butter in there. We got a salad dressing for later. Keep salad dressings refrigerated until you're ready to use them. Now the last thing we're going to do, and we're done, is to add a thickener to the soup. I use 2 tablespoons of unbleached flour to thicken mine. I make a paste out of it. To make a paste, just use a little water and 2 tablespoons of flour. Okay. So you're going to stir this flour in this water until it is a paste. You don't want flour at the bottom of the glass, the bottom of your cup. See? That is a paste. That's what you use to thicken your chowder. I don't have any flour at the bottom. It's all blended into the water. Okay. The butter is melted. The soup is really done. You're just waiting for it to thicken. Everything is done. Your salad is done. Your broccoli may need 5 more minutes. Your salad just needs the egg to be boiled. And you have a hearty, delicious meal. You can eat a bowl or 2 of that soup. If you're on 1 meal a day, which is what we're promoting, eat as much soup as you can and salad and broccoli without being stuffed. Our goal is not to be stuffed. Our goal is to be full. If you're full and then in a few hours you're going, it takes 8 hours to digest the food. So you're not going to be hungry. You might be hungry tomorrow if you're not used to 1 meal a day. Get up in the morning if you're a coffee drinker or a tea drinker, have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or some water. Then around 12 you're going to have some more water because you do need to be hydrated. So when you drink your water in the afternoon, that's going to tide you over until dinner time. And guess what? Dinner is already done. Just warm this up and eat again tomorrow. This is how we do salmon chowder. This is the best chowder anywhere. The only thing we would do different is add some red peppers for color. Red peppers contain vitamin C and vitamin A. So these are things that are healthy for you. So with that, we're just going to let that thicken. See how thick and how it's getting thicker? Now if you like it thicker than this, you can just add 2 more tablespoons of flour. But see, look at it. You can add 2 more tablespoons of flour to some water, to half a cup of water, if you like it thicker than this. This is good for me. So let's look at our broccoli and see how it's doing. See, it's green. This is how you want your broccoli, green, but not hard. So I'm going to let this sit in here. About by the time this water is evaporated, it's going to still be green and it's going to be done. Okay, so that is your meal. That is your meal for today and tomorrow. Hearty salmon chowder with broccoli and a salad. And with that meal, you can eat as much as you like, and you will still be within the guidelines of healthy for life. Thank you so much. This is Zora Muhammad. We are done with the meal. If you like your broccoli a little bit chunky, you can go ahead and turn it off. I'm going to let mine sit another 5 minutes and then it's going to be done. So your meal for today is salmon chowder, broccoli, and salad. Enjoy. This is Zora Muhammad from Be Fit and Prosper.